Hey guys, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So I'm only going to have one video for you guys today. My eyes have been bothering me really bad. The air quality here in Texas, there's something going on and the haze just really affects my eyes. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank Cynthia from Canada. She sent me the most adorable purse. It is a Betsy Johnson purse that looks like a teacup and it says spill the tea. It is the most adorable purse I've ever seen in my entire life, and when you tip it over there's a little handle and it looks like there's tea with a little orange or lemon slice floating in the teacup. This is the most adorable purse. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you for the lovely card and thank you for the handbag. I don't know where you guys find these beautiful little treasures, but it's going to be displayed on my shelf and I will have a shelf reveal coming to y'all very soon. But you guys, we have a lot of juicy Royal Daily Tea to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So the embarrassment of American Riviera Orchard just keeps on coming. 5 weeks after Meghan Markle launched her lifestyle brand, it is still not doing very well. Now, most recently, she gave out her 50 jars of her strawberry preserve to a list of A-listers and influencers throughout Hollywood. But again, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, the Pope could come out and bless the jam. I still wouldn't purchase it. In my opinion, it was a janky jam. Labels coming off. The presentation was weird. She was really trying to do something, but in my opinion, she just failed and is getting very desperate. People were ragging on her presentation with her labels falling off and some of the flowers were dead with, dirty and bruised lemons. Now, she did have some celebrities who were very gracious and put her on their Instagram stories. Now, on Instagram, if you put something on an Instagram story, it goes away after 24 hours. It doesn't seem like a real commitment. Now, she did give one out to Kris Jenner, Mindy Keeling, I believe that comedian who was on her podcast, and we're assuming she gave them to Oprah and Ellen and Serena Williams, a couple of her other little friends. But so far, very few people have actually come out and promoted her jam. Now, the funny thing is that a couple of people have come out and shaded Meghan Markle's jam. Buckingham Palace, you guys, has officially entered the Royal Jam War, and I am absolutely here for it. But I love the fact that Buckingham Palace shaded Meghan Markle. Now here is an adorable video showcasing 4 ways with their strawberry preserve. Now, a lot of people were absolutely loving the subtle shade of the strawberry preserve. They said, our strawberry preserve is made using only the finest berries and is delicious served in a variety of ways. How do you enjoy your strawberry preserve? Let us know in the comments. And people were like, epic shade, ordering now. Again, I like the fact that the palace is kind of having the last laugh on Meghan's jam. First, we have Highgrove Gardens. They've sold out of all of their jellies, and now Buckingham Palace, like I said, is getting into the battle. But they're not the only people who are subtly shading Meghan and her new business venture. When I tell you Meghan Markle doesn't have an original bone in her body. The woman doesn't have an original bone in her body. Now, Meghan has been copying people for years, and there's nothing wrong with getting inspiration from other people, looking at your competitors and comparing what are they doing right, what are they doing wrong. I see something they're doing, I like it, I want to duplicate it, I want to take inspiration from it and make it my own. Unfortunately, Meghan just takes from other people and slaps her name on it. Most recently, there is a company called the Small Batch Jam Co. that many people were suspecting that Meghan Markle possibly might have stolen her ideas for her jam from. Now, we know originally the business model, Meghan got major inspiration from Flamingo Estates, but I believe she literally stole the design of her jam from a company called Small Batch Jam Co. I mean, even down to the linen labels where you can actually put the logo on the label on the top. The design of the jar itself looks exactly like Meghan Markle's jam. Many people were believing that possibly Meghan was buying the jam and then just slapping her label on it. Now, apparently this company does do wholesale pricing. They let people buy in bulk. They do labeling, I believe. It looks eerily similar with the shape of the jar, the labeling, as well as the lid with the little ribbon. But they actually shaded Meghan in the comments. Now, a lot of people were saying, we all want to know, did you supply the 50 jars of strawberry jam to Miss Markle, which she touted as her own? And they clapped back. We have a strict no fake royal policy. We are not the makers of that jam with the horrid label that wasn't even applied properly. We may need to do a how-to video on applying labels. Now, of course, a lot of the sugars went and started attacking that channel where they have now disabled all of their comments. So thankfully, I was good enough to screenshot this last week. So I believe a lot of people who are in that industry are kind of upset with Meghan because Meghan's like, I'm going to sell jam. Yeah, I'm going to do jam now. I think I'm just going to put my name on it. So you have Flamingo Estates over here who has made a living for the past 4 years running this business. And then you have people like Small Batch Jam Co. who also have been doing this for years. You have Buckingham Palace and Highgrove House who have been doing it for years and give most of their proceeds to charity, not their pocketbook. And then you have Meghan Markle coming into the space acting like, oh my God, I invented jam. Look at me, I'm so original. And of course, the Sussex squad is so thin-skinned. They just cannot handle the fact that people are doubling down and supporting the royal family. Boy, they're upset about people and the royal family getting a leg up on Meghan. But Meghan has a lot more problems than people buying King Charles's jam. So not only does Meghan Markle have a problem with people shading her and making fun of her janky jam and people rushing out to buy King Charles's jam, she might be forced to have Netflix come and save her from yet another disaster. After months, Meghan Markle has not been able to hire a CEO for her brand new business, American Riviera Orchard. Now, a lot of people were saying Doria is going to step in. No, Doria is not the CEO of American Riviera Orchard. So according to insiders, after 5 weeks and several candidates that they have interviewed, nothing has panned out. So now she might be ready to give up control of her latest ambitious project and have Netflix step in and help run her new cooking and lifestyle business. Now, I find it hysterical that Meghan cannot find a CEO for her company. Let's be honest here. Who would want to work for Meghan Markle? Now, she's interviewed several people, but again, nothing has panned out. So now they're starting to look to Netflix to help them from their latest disaster. And in my opinion, that is not a good sign. She has been a failure to launch since the very beginning. 5 weeks after she launched her Instagram, she is barely at 600,000 followers. So now she has resorted to calling in on her existing partnerships to come and bail her out. Now, according to an inside source, they said this is something new for Netflix. It would run the lifestyle business with Meghan, developing products as spin-offs from her show. If a partnership is agreed upon, likely that Netflix would then install its own CEO to run operations. Now, I think that would be a problem because we all know Meghan doesn't take orders from other people. So if Netflix was to take over operations and hire their own CEO, that would be kind of weird because you would have the battling of Meghan and the new CEO for power. But again, it's very clear that Meghan knows nothing about running a company. I mean, we've looked at her whole marketing campaign has been a failure from the get-go, and in my opinion, is going to continue to flop. Now, they're saying that Meghan is hoping to model her new partnership with Netflix, much like Chip and Joanna Gaines have with HGTV and Warner Brothers, where they're Magnolia Network, they're the host of the show. They have quite a few shows. They have Fixer Upper, as well as selling their lifestyle products such as bedding inspired by the program. So it seems again that Meghan can't do anything by herself. Remember, Spotify did all the heavy lifting. They hired the staff. They built her a studio. They literally did everything and it still failed. So now, 5 weeks after she launched her beige Instagram and her beige website and handed out her 50 jars of janky jam to influencers, she still can't find a CEO to run her company. Like, her CEO is hard to find. It's been 5 weeks and they can't land anybody. I think Meghan is having an uphill battle with her brand being taken off the ground. But again, I think she has bigger issues on the horizon, and it has to do with her associations with canceled movie stars. So what do y'all think about Meghan having to have Netflix come in and rescue her? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. Well, guys, that is all the royal news that I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.